And here you have it right here. One of my subscribers was able to get a whopping out the gate $20,000 credit limit with their new Navy Federal Flagship credit card. So before I started saying anything on this video, I just wanted to show you proof that you can obtain the Navy Federal Flagship credit card right now. And I promise you, it's not as difficult as you think. Yes, this is the top tier, upper echelon of credit cards on the personal side when it comes to Navy Federal, and it even gives you the highest limit of $80,000. But I promise you, it's nowhere near as hard as what you think, and I'm gonna explain to you how. So go ahead, go grab your pen and paper. I promise you right here, and make sure you stay to the end so you don't miss any type of insight and tips and tricks. All right, and without further ado, let's dive in. And before we get started, ladies and gents, I just want to ask if you don't mind hitting that like button for me, as it helps my channel out a ton. I truly appreciate all your support. I'm trying to help everybody out there that's in Navy Federal get the Flagship credit card right now. Now, enough of me rambling. Let's actually get into how you're going to get the Flagship card. So before I actually go into everything in the details, I just want to give a big shout out to my subscriber right now, Todd. Yo, he's been rocking with the channel for a minute, and he always calls about consultations, trying to get, you know, all the tips and tricks he can. And he wanted all the rundown of how he can get the actual credit products that he needs with Navy Federal. And one of them just happened to be the Flagship credit card. So I gave him all the tips and tricks and everything that he needed to make sure that he won. And when I tell you he won, he got what he wanted. All right, now with all that information being said, let's actually dive into how you can obtain this. The first thing I need you to understand is Navy Federal is very relationship-based bank, okay? So you have to keep that in the back of your mind. So that kind of works in your favor if your credit score is not over 700, all right? So that's it right there. And if you're already with Navy Federal, you kind of already know that. But I'm going to give you the proper steps of how to do this. The first thing that you need to do is, of course, be a member with Navy Federal. It's kind of crazy that I still have to say that, but yes, you still have to be a member with Navy Federal to get the credit products and to build a relationship with them. And with the relationship, I need you to start building that relationship. For all the ones that just have the open account and you haven't been doing anything with it because you still have your main bank with Bank of America or Wells Fargo or anything like that, I need you to start building that relationship. And it could take you possibly 2 to 3 months, but it's going to be worth it. Keep listening. Navy Federal has a point system, an internal point system, which I talked about on this channel a couple of times. And you want to make sure that it's high enough where you can get any type of credit product and you can obtain the Flagship credit card, all right? So when it's time for them to make a decision whether they want to approve you or deny you, they will go off your internal points and make sure that you actually get approved, all right? Again, relationship banking. Now, disclaimer. I'm not saying go try to get a relationship with them and you have a 500 credit score. That's not going to work, all right? Those days are long gone, all right? They still care about credit. They're still going to actually go by everything as far as the protocol, all right? So just hold your horses. Get your credit score up first, at least to a 650. Now, when I spoke to Todd, I asked him in a consultation, I asked him, hey, so how long have you been with Navy Federal and what have you been doing this whole time? And he told me he's been with them for a while. I think he said over a year or something like that. And then he said he made sure he utilized all the products that they'd had before actually applying for the Flagship and all the other actual products that he did in the midst. So the first thing that I want you to do, and the first thing that he did, was set up a direct deposit with them, okay? Guys, please understand that you have to set up a direct deposit with them. This is like tier 1 on their internal point system. The reason why is because when you set up direct deposit with Navy Federal, they deem it as, okay, you're actually putting your main source of income into our account. So that shows that you are here to stay and you trust us 100%. And this helps them with fractional reserve banking. But I'm not going to get into that. But I'm telling you right now, that helps out a ton. All right. And the next thing that I want you to do right after that is I want to make sure that when you actually set up the direct deposit, make sure it's going into the Flagship checking account. All right. This is one of the best checking accounts that you can have with the Navy Federal. Now, I'm not saying that it's 100% that you have to have this account to get the actual Flagship credit card, but it's pretty beneficial upon applying, okay? You might as well have the upper echelon checking account so you can get the upper echelon credit card, but I'm not saying you have to have this, okay? All right, so since we have all that out the way, the next thing that I want you to do, if you have not done so already, or even if you did in the past, do it again. I need you to access a pledge loan with Navy Federal. This is another super strong internal point booster and a credit report booster all at the same time. And I've already made a video on this, actually reflecting how to actually access a pledge loan and make it work out in your favor as far as on your credit report. The full details, click the link in my bio and you can understand everything right there. But I'm still gonna go over it relatively quickly. So basically, Navy allows you to actually access a secure savings loan, aka your own money, and convert it into a loan. And once that process is complete, when they convert whatever money that you want to put as a loan, they will actually give you your money back within 48 hours. So now they've created a loan with the money and they gave you your money back. Does that make sense? So now what you can do is when you get the money back to you, you can easily pay that loan that they created off. So you're basically paying something off that you kind of already have, all right? So once it shows up on your credit report, it's gonna show that you have a loan out there and it's in great standing and it's almost paid off, thus giving you a higher point boost with Navy Federal on the internal side and boosting your credit report because you're actually increasing your mix of credit and you're actually boosting your credit score all at the same time and thickening your profile, all right? So you're doing 3 for the price of 1, bang for your buck. Side note, you can also utilize a CD account like he did, but I think I'm gonna make a separate video on CD accounts when it comes to Navy Federal because it's a lot of information and I really feel like it's really beneficial and deserves its own video. But you can actually check that out as well on their website for Navy Federal. But more about the topic. Now, once you try to exhaust every single product that they have to make sure that you're boosting your internal points with them, again, it's going to take about 2 to 3 months, whether you've been with them or you haven't been with them or anything of that nature. It's going to take about 2 to 3 months. That's all I want you to do. 2 to 3 months ain't nothing. Now, once you've done all this, now you can apply for the Navy Federal Flagship credit card, all right? Even if your credit is fairly decent, you can still get approved with this credit card just with the relationship alone. So that means if you have maybe like a 650, 660, something of that nature, and you go apply, I'm pretty sure, I'm actually relatively sure that you're still gonna get approved if you do everything that I told you to do in this video. Now, disclaimer, you cannot have any recent late payments, charge-offs, collections, bankruptcies, anything of that nature on your credit report as you go apply, okay? And what I mean by that is you cannot have these within the past 8 to 9 months. At the minimum, guys. Please have perfect payment history over this course before actually applying for them. If not, please go back to the drawing board, make sure you get some more perfect payment history, and then go apply. The card is not going nowhere. So now, once you do all the credit products, now you have perfect payment history for at least 8 or 9 months. Now you can go apply through the app, okay? You could call as well, but I just feel, you just doing it through the app is just a little more better. And then what I want you to do, I just want you to go through the whole process of actually applying for the actual credit card. Just make sure you put all the correct information. There's really nothing too crazy about the application. It's relatively straightforward, okay? And then after that, you just press submit. And once you finish, you will see if you got approved or denied. But if you do get denied, please do not stress. The world is not ending. Doesn't mean that you can't apply in the future. What I want you to do after that is wait for your denial letter to come in through the mail, and I want you to take a hard look at it and see why they denied you. They're literally giving you the answers to the test so you can get approved next time. So now, whatever it is that they say utilization is too high, too many inquiries on TransUnion, because Navy Federal is very inquiry sensitive, recent negatives, anything of that nature, I want you to clean this information up, all right? So if you can just clean all of that up and then come back and reapply, you immediately are going to get approved for this credit card, all right? And if you look at your actual denial letter and it tells you have too many recent negatives on your credit report, then I want you to sign up for my How to Credit Restoration program, where I'm getting rid of everybody's negatives without them having to lift a finger, and you can do the exact same thing right now. I'm gonna remove all your late payments, collections, charge-offs, bankruptcies, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do all of that for you without you lifting a finger. Click the link in my bio, and once you get finished right there, you're gonna get approved and never be denied again, all right? But overall, this guide right here shows you that getting the Navy Federal Flagship credit card is a must-have on the personal side. And if you follow all of these steps, again, I can guarantee, and I don't like to guarantee that much, guarantee that you will get the same approvals as Todd. I'm telling you right now. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Do you guys already have this card? Do you love this card? Do you hate this card? I actually like mine. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And even if you have any different data points, make sure you put them in the comment section so we can all learn from it, because I know all of these lenders are always changing up on their qualifications. So if you just recently got it and you have some different data points, let us know, all right? I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Now go get that Navy Federal Flagship credit card, all right? And until next time, ladies and gents.